Hey guys, this is Kevin from JazTime.com, and today we'll be reviewing the Rolex Yacht-Master 40. The reference number for this watch is 116621. We'll be going over the price, the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Alright, so as of August 2017, you can get this Yacht-Master at an authorized Rolex retailer for $14,050. Or you can come to JazTime.com and get it for as low as $11,200. Alright, moving on to the dial now. So the current dial color I have in my hand is called chocolate, which is just a brown colored dial. The only other dial color it comes in is just a plain black dial. Other than that, we have a very simplistic dial that resembles a Submariner, which is the maxi hour markers, which are 30% larger hour markers than typical Rolex hour markers. The hour markers are luminescent, along with the Mercedes hand and the minute hand. There are highly legible chromolite display with long-lasting blue luminescence. The hands and the hour markers are fashioned in 18-karat ever rose gold, which is a Rolex term for their style of rose gold, which is a little bit higher platinum content in it to keep that rose gold the same color throughout its lifetime. Typically standard rose gold does fade over time, so this is Rolex's way of trying to diminish a little bit of that redness color, but still keep that original color throughout its lifetime. Okay, so with that said, at the bottom 6 o'clock position, we have the Yacht-Master name in red. At the 3 o'clock position, we have the date aperture with a Cyclops lens on top of that sapphire crystal. As you can see, that little protrusion from the sapphire crystal, and that provides magnification and easier viewing of that date. Alright, moving on to the bezel now. The bezel is just a 18-karat ever rose gold bi-directional rotatable 60-minute graduated bezel with raised numerals. As you can see, the raised numerals and the index markers with the triangular at the 12 o'clock position, they are nicely high polished, which adds a nice contrast to the sort of brushed ever rose on the bottom of the bezel. Okay, and for the use of the bezel is to track elapsed time. We actually have an additional video on our YouTube channel to show you exactly how that works. So give that a look. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and move on to the case now. For the case, you're looking at a 40mm case. So from my index finger to my thumb here, a 40mm case. The case itself is made out of what Rolex coins the term Rolesor, which is a mix of that ever rose gold. As you can see, at in between the lugs, we have that ever rose gold, and then we have the 904 steel, which is a additional corrosion resistant steel made by Rolex themselves. We have a beautiful high polish on the side of the case. As you can see, the profile of the watch, not too high, can fit under suit cuffs, dress cuffs very nicely. And on the other side of the case, we're looking at the same high polish and patterns very nicely with the bracelet again, Rolex Crown on the crown. As we move on to the crown itself is a trip lock waterproofness system. It's a screw down crown that unwinds counterclockwise, as shown. Okay, and in this first position is called the hand winding position, and you can wind the watch 20 to 30 times, no more, as you might put too much tension on the movement and might damage it. Otherwise, a simple tug of the crown will put you in the date setting position. So I'll show you here. Okay. And then you simply go clockwise and you can adjust the date instantaneously. Very simple, very easy to use. And one thing to mention is that in the final position, keep your eye out on the second hand of the hack movement. In the final position, that will stop the second hand, allowing for precise time setting, such as to an atomic clock or your iPhone. You can set it down to the exact seconds. And then, as you can see, you can also adjust set the hands bidirectionally as well. Okay, and pressing the crown back in, we'll start that second hand once more. Always make sure screw the crown nice and tight against the case. It keeps this watch water resistant for up to 100 meters or 330 feet. Okay, Moving on to the bracelet now, we have Rolex's Oyster bracelet, which is a 3-piece link bracelet. As shown, the outer portion of the 3-piece links has a nice sand finish or brushed steel. As again, we have that contrasting with the Ever Rose Gold straight down in the middle of the links, with a nice high polish that patterns nicely throughout, even accompanied by the clasp with that same pattern, so it looks like one thorough patterning and it looks very beautiful. The clasp itself is a safety folding oyster clasp, in which this little hinge here pops off the folding oyster, which is this here, and there we are. So nice and secure, typical of a sports Rolex watch. They will typically have the safety folding oyster, and that reveals these high polished clasp blades with the Rolex name embossed onto one of the clasp blades there. Behind the clasp, we can adjust the bracelet 5 millimeters forward or 5 millimeters backward. So I'll show you this little indentation underneath the clasp there. So you'll need a tool to be able to adjust it. This is what Rolex refers to as the Easy Link, as that gives, as on hotter days such as the summer, your wrist swells up a little bit. You want to add a little more comfort. You can adjust the bracelet outwards to let your wrist breathe a little bit, and vice versa for colder days. You can adjust it downwards so it isn't moving around your wrist everywhere. Okay, so neat little feature. Moving on to the movement now. The movement is housed in this nice oyster case back. Very simple oyster case backing. Is Rolex's perpetual mechanical self-winding movement. It's their tried and tested movement for over 10 years now. It's a caliber 3135 movement with a precision of -2+2 seconds a day, which is in COSC specifications. It has the functions of the center, hour, minute, and seconds hand with instantaneous changing of the date with rapid setting, as I've shown you with the Crown, and also with the stopping of the seconds hand for precise time setting. The oscillator is a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring, which adds magnetic resistance to the watch, and the power reserve is 48 hours, meaning you can put this watch down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday evening, and it should be keeping time just fine. All right, and let me go ahead and show you this watch on my wrist now. Again, once again, that's safety, pops off, folding, bam, bam, nice and secure. And there we are. All right, as you can see, very beautiful dial, very contrasts very nicely, and actually complements that Ever Rose Gold very nicely there. The steel contrasting that has a little more pop to that gold. All right, so if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website, JazTime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. We offer free shipping and a 1-year warranty. And if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at JazTime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.